What's going on, guys? It's Fatal RPM. Today I just have a quick mod. The very first mod that we're actually doing on the 335 here. We're going to be upgrading the halos from halogen to these nice little LEDs. Now these are an eBay part, so I have no idea if they're going to work or not. I guess we're going to have to pull it out and see. But essentially what I'm going to do is I'm just going to show you where the parts are, and I'm going to show you the before and after of us getting installed. And the main reason why is because it's kind of tight spacing on here. These German cars, everything's always some different kind of crazy way to get to it. So I'm gonna just see if we can get them out. If I can, I'm gonna pop this in. So let's get out there and see what they look like now, and then we'll see what they look like after. Alright guys, so I just wanted to give you a quick look-see on how they look now. It's this ugly orange color, almost like the amber side markers, which I don't really like too much. So we just got to pop the hood. The passenger, to my knowledge, is easier to take out and change than the driver. I think we got to go under the wheel in order to swap out the driver's side. But let's get that started. Alright guys, so I'm not entirely sure of all the tools we need, but I know for German cars you're going to want a torque set. So I have this little set here from Lugs, 63-piece set. It has some Torx bits in it, so that's going to help us out. Also, if you have a BMW from the manufacturer, it actually comes with a wheel lock on it. Now, this is going to be our locked lug. So if you are not aware if you have your key or not, all you have to do is check right in your trunk. And over here in this little part here, there's actually a little section under here. This is where your emergency tool set is. If you go over in the corner, you can actually see. Now, this is how it came when I bought my car. Usually your little lock will be right there. Mine is not. So, if you don't have your key in the trunk, all you have to do is count how many spines you have. Just count the space in between each peak, and that's going to tell you how many points you need on your little kit here. So I actually just went ahead and got this kit off of Amazon. It's really nice. It actually has every single one here. I counted the bits, I counted the points in between, so I know I have the 23.1. So this should, yep, just go right in. So that's the one we needed. So I'm just gonna put this back in here for now. But we're gonna pop out the tire because we need to get access to under here. All right, so we got the tire off. See the bolts right over there. Now what we need to do is we actually need to come under here. We need to take out this whole wheel liner. We could take this part out, but we're not actually gonna be able to access the halo light because the actual bulb's like down here. And we can't, it's too tight in there to actually get to it through here. So we have to take out this whole thing. There are some, I think they're 8mm bolts, just lining this top crease here. You can see one back there, one right there, one over here, one right, focus, one right there, and then there's a few under that we also have to take off. But once we get those off, then we'll be good. So we got the wheel well cover off. So there is a sensor mounted to the back of the wheel well. I have no idea how I got this thing off, or like how to get this, come on, focus. Yeah, how to get this plug off. I couldn't see this from the other side because it's mounted like this. I don't know how that works. Maybe you gotta pry it up from the bottom. I don't know. It has one of those push pins things. Just push whatever these things are. Focus. Whatever these things are is what it has. You just push the center out. So it's like this. So it has something in the center. You just push it out, and then you like kind of squeeze those together and it should come off. But as far as how many bolts there were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 total 8mm bolts to come out. And then there was one plastic nut that went over this little stud here. It's 10mm, so be careful not to put too much power behind it when you're putting it back on, because it's very easy to strip out. It's a completely plastic bolt, and you can tell. So be careful with this when you put it back on. All right, so once you get in there, all you had to do, there was a little cover here. Once we got those other bolts off, but it went right here. Now you just have to take your flathead and pry up right there, and then just pull up and out. There are two clips. There's one on top and one on bottom. Wait. There are two clips. There's one on top and one on bottom. But once the bottom one's pried out, then it will come out. If you look inside, it does look like it's oriented one way, with this little hole pointing on the inside of the car. So make sure whenever you put that back in that it's in the right way. But now, all we gotta do is unplug this and take out those two Torx bolts. There's one on each side. Just note the orientation and where the bolts go. Let me see if I can get you guys focused in here. You can do it. Yeah, that one bolt there, and then there's one on the other side. Right. Come on, zoom a little faster. Zoom, 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 zoom. Another little bolt down there, which you gotta get. Yeah, we'll unplug this. We'll actually grab the other one first, just so we know how this is supposed to go in. So it looks like these two are actually identical, so they can go on either side. But the way this is oriented, looks like just swap those plugs over and then swap these two over. But we'll pop it out to see if there's anything on the actual light that we have to transfer over first. This is before. We got it out. This was in there like that. So that means this wide bottom part is going to go in the same way. That is, come on. This is before and after. So this is what we're going to. So you can see it's a lot brighter. And actually the crazy thing is, this has two bulbs and this has one. The reason why this has two bulbs is because one of those lights powers both halos. Ooh. Almost dropped my camera. Powers both the halos in the front. So you can actually see like those two little dots there are actually like the little lenses for this to go on. So just real quick, you want to pull this little black piece out. It was just kind of sitting in the hole, but it has this little piece of metal that has basically an optical spreader. I'm being fancy in the name. It's basically just a piece of glass. Take that out and then put this right in there, because this took off about a half an inch of space from where this one didn't make up. As you can actually see that this sticks out a decent amount from where that other one did. So we're gonna put this in here and then put this back into place. Alright guys, so I actually switched over to my iPhone because the other camera died. I hadn't used the camera in a while, so it just died pretty quickly. But, so this is the side we switched, and we did not switch this side. So I'm gonna come back and we're gonna get a quick before and after. So if I just hit my unlock button here, just so you can see before and after. That looks so much better. You can kind of see. So you see how like dull that side is compared to that side? I just love the look of that one so much better. Alright, let's just finish this up and put the other end back in. Alright everybody, I flipped the car around and got the driver's side in. So that's all done. Now, you can see, if I just go ahead and hit my little unlock button, they're both white and bright. I love it. It looks so much better because you couldn't see it from this angle. Like the other ones, you couldn't even tell the halos were on. But this is like real nice bright halos. So yeah, I'm going to actually wrap this video up inside because it's getting really cold out here. My hands are freezing. So I'll see you inside. I have no idea why that took as long as it did. Like I went out there at 2:30. Now it's 4:35, so it took a total of 2 hours. To give some like type of leeway, I did take like a 20-minute break in the middle, just come in and warm up, because it's about 45 degrees outside, so my hands were absolutely freezing. But you see, we finally got them in. The only thing I didn't really go over are the tool lists that you need. So we can actually just go over that real quick. I'm gonna leave a list in the description of the tools you'll need. So first thing you're going to need is a jack. and that's because you're going to have to take the wheel off. I thought I was going to be able to try and do it, like if I cut the wheel all the way in one direction, that wasn't going to work. So first thing you need is a jack, and of course a jack stand, just to safely prop it up, because you are going to be under the car in a ways, because you're going to have to stick your head in the wheel well. But you're going to need a jack. If you have OEM wheels, you're going to need the lock. So the lock, or the not the lock, but the key for the locking lug bolt on your tire. Now, I showed you where it is in the car. If it's not there, just count the spaces between each point inside of the lug bolt. However many there are is the type of one that you're going to need. So if you just Google it online, actually, we'll have the code of which one it is if you want to just go straight to the dealer, or even go to the dealer and say, hey, my key has this many splines on it. And if they have it, they can order it for you. Or if you want to get that code, you can just give them the code and they'll order it for you. They're like $25. I'm just going to replace the locks on mine, so I'm just renting that for now. I didn't actually buy it. So it's a real easy job. It's just a little time consuming because of all the bolts it takes to actually get to it. But once you get that done, it's a night and day difference between the two. In fact, whenever I ride around and my halos were just on, I was constantly having people flash me because I guess they couldn't see my lights. But yeah, that's it for today. I want to thank you guys for watching. If you have something to say, want to comment, leave a comment on the video down in the comment section below. Leave a like if you liked the video. And also, if there's anything you want me to do in the future, just let me know down in the bottom. I'm taking any ideas for mods to do to the car. So I'm not entirely sure what I can do with winter being here now. It's going to be getting really cold outside, so I'm going to have to get some like good gloves or something if I'm going to be doing any work. Also, if you're in or around the Pittsburgh area and you have a garage and want to like collaborate on something, just let me know. I'm definitely open to that. But thanks again, guys. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and click the little bell icon to get more notifications from me whenever I drop a video. So peace out, and I'll see you in the next one.
I recall Central Park in fall.